President Mahama akopemu ho na say there was va ko gindi ho na busuafo enya asem keto powerful message be ko deliver National Signal Bureau juma de bi kopemu ho aside farmers there nche me de wonsem ebe bremu no powerful speech bi odi abana busuafo me wa ko tie full video no ye ba beto so pampa so media nie click subscribe button here we are notification icon no na what turning on video ni ba ya onsa ebeka o hwe nyina wo like no wa comment no wa share ama obinsu anya bi ahwe ehia me pa President Mahama yekwene kotie ensempa okopiem of Volta region about National Signal Bureau any for so man benya ye ba ya to.
Thank you very much. Let me acknowledge our ministers and senior government officials and heads of security agencies and our dear people of Volta region and proceed on established protocols. Many years ago, we had the Frequency Control Board, and it mainly had to do with allocation of frequencies, administering frequencies, and monitoring frequencies. You'll agree with me that the world has changed very rapidly, and in the last few decades, the advent of artificial intelligence, the development of the new media and all that has made this a more complex world than it used to be when we had the Frequency Control Board. As it got more and more complex, the Frequency Control Board developed into the Bureau of National Communications, and it later metamorphosed into what we now call the National Signals Bureau. And so its duties are to track cybercrime. People sit behind computers today and they're able to hack into bank accounts and move monies. People put up deceitful adverts promising money to people. I've been the victim of it many times. I'm sure you see on your mobile phones that John Mahama has launched a free grant, and so you should apply. And I'm giving 5,000 Ghana cedis each, and so you pay a small registration fee. Don't ever be caught in that trap. They're all scammers. And it doesn't happen to only me. They've used all kinds of celebrities to be able to scam people. If something looks too good to be true, then it is not true. And so let us not fall into those traps. But happily, with the National Signals Bureau, we are developing the capacity to be able to track these people and bring them to justice. Aside from that, the anonymity of the new media gives people the opportunity to hide behind a faceless medium and put out hate speech, insults people and all that, insulting behavior, inciting hatred and all that. Happily, as the minister said, we have the capacity to track you down using your IP number and other tools that the National Signals Bureau has. And so we're able to track some of those people and bring them to face the sanctions. Recently, the police service have made breakthroughs in arresting armed robbers. Recently, there was a gang that attacked many rural banks. There are other murder cases and all others. They've been able to crack these crimes. And I must say that most of it is thanks to the National Signals Bureau. Sometimes just being able to procure the phone number of a member of the gang is able to make us track the whole gang and be able to arrest them. And so the work of the Signals Bureau is very important, and I'm happy that they are decentralizing into the regions. As you've been told, this is the 4th regional command center, and we'll continue to build these command centers until we have all the 16 regions completely covered. Volta region is the 4th one, and as the minister said, we opened the eastern region, and so the other regions should be expectant. In addition, the Signals Bureau has been giving land, 100-acre land. And so they're going to build the Signals Bureau Training Center here in the Volta region. And so all people who are employed to the Signals Bureau, because it's a security service, will be brought to that training center to be trained from all over Ghana before they are deployed to their various units. So Volta region is going to play a very significant role in the work of the Signals Bureau. And so I am happy to be here this morning. It's a great honor to be with you in what is now popularly known as the Oxygen City. Here it's named the Oxygen City because the air here is the freshest in the country. When you inhale air here, you get more oxygen than in all the other parts of the country. In some places you inhale dust. In some places you inhale carbon monoxide. And so I'm happy to be in the Oxygen City for two nationally significant events. First is to inaugurate this state-of-the-art Regional Command Center of the National Signals Bureau. And the second is to join the people of the Volta region and the whole of the country to celebrate our 41st National Farmers Day under the inspiring theme, Feed Ghana, Eat Ghana, and Secure Our Future. These events are distinct, but they are deeply interconnected because they reflect the twin pillars of our national transformation agenda: productive economic expansion and enhanced national security, both of which are indispensable to the successful implementation of Ghana's 24-hour economy policy. As part of our development framework for the 24-hour economy, we're advancing a special industrial development plan that positions the Volta River Basin as a logistical and production backbone for our nation. And so this region, the Volta region, is being designed to anchor the following: agroecological parks, industrial processing zones, logistics and transportation hubs, inland water transportation systems, digital and technology-driven services. By integrating these pillars, the Volta region will emerge as a central driver of agricultural transformation, value addition, upscaling, and export-led growth. This vision is precisely why HO is the proud host of this year's National Farmers Day celebration. But an economy that runs round the clock requires uninterrupted security, sophisticated surveillance, and modern intelligence capacity. That is why the inauguration of the National Signals Bureau Regional Command Center in Volta region is so critical, because it will provide real-time monitoring, cybersecurity protection, border area surveillance, and early warning systems that safeguard the investments and enterprises operating within our new 24-hour framework. Although the NSB is a relatively young institution within our national security architecture, it has rapidly evolved into a technologically agile and mission-focused agency. Its expanding footprint at the regional and district levels align perfectly with government's commitment to enhancing local-level intelligence, strengthening community security, and modernizing national surveillance capacity. Today's inauguration is therefore not just a ceremony, it marks a decisive step in reinforcing the foundations of a modern, resilient, and data-driven national security system, one that is capable of anticipating threats rather than merely reacting to them. I've also noted with appreciation the collaborative efforts of the Volta Regional Minister and the traditional leaders of the Volta digital warfare and cyber threats and spatial analytics. This training academy, which we established here in the Volta region, will build Ghana's next generation of cyber and signals intelligence experts. It will strengthen counter-terrorism capabilities and position as a regional training hub for ECOWAS, allied African nations, and global partners. And it will cement our leadership in technological and intelligence. As I said, the Intelligence Training Center is not going to be only for Ghanaians. ECOWAS countries that want to send their students to train, other African countries that want to send their students to train will come here to Hohoi and come and train in signals and intelligence surveillance. This is a forward-looking initiative and one that will define the future of Ghana's intelligence ecosystem. As part of our long-term vision to modernize national security, government is investing significantly in technology, infrastructure, and capacity enhancement across the intelligence sector. These investments include deployment of 60,000 additional surveillance cameras across the length and breadth of our nation, installation of 500 new 4G and 5G communication sites, upgrading an integrated national security communication system using advanced analytics and artificial intelligence, and construction of a new data surveillance and cyber defense center in Accra to serve as the headquarters of the National Signals Bureau. And finally, expansion of modernized regional command centers just like this one across the length and breadth of our country. Together, these upgrades will strengthen collaboration among security and intelligence agencies, better protect our digital and financial systems, and enhance our ability to respond swiftly to emerging threats. To the gallant men and women of the National Signals Bureau, your work, often unseen but always very impactful, forms the backbone of Ghana's security. Your professionalism, your discipline, and loyalty to the Republic are commendable. As you take up this new operational capacity in the Volta region, know that your service is fundamental to Ghana's economic renewal and national progress. As I conclude and as we inaugurate this regional command center, embark on new training initiatives and expand the national intelligence framework, we are reaffirming a timeless truth that security is the foundation of development and that intelligence is the backbone of security, and the National Signals Bureau is central to building a competitive, technologically driven, 24-hour productive economy. And so, ladies and gentlemen, it is with honor and privilege that I hereby declare the Volta Regional Command of the National Signals Bureau duly commissioned. May God bless the Volta region, may God bless the National Signals Bureau, and may God bless our homeland Ghana. I thank you.
It were His Excellency John Dramani Mahama who PM of Volta region on the powerful speech I had at the Amamo. For a good comment section we are now like in our share Ama Obisu and Yabi Ashe. Pampas me the Moni Papi at the Amount Macram.